everyone, it's Sam here, and today I'm going to show you how to make this lovely pop-up explosion card. So this is how it is flat when it goes in the envelope, and then when they lift it up it will just pop into place and you have this 3D box card with that lovely display above. I've done this as the Santa's workshop, so that's using one of my new festive stamp and die sets. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make it. So this is the new exploding box mechanism, and I'm going to be using it with the Christmas at the North Pole. You've got present dies here, and you've got your present stamps, you've got the list. This is like a toy car. You've got a toy robot who I just love. I think he's really quite cute when you stamp him. And then you've got your elves there as well. Very sweet. So I've already got all of my stuff prepared here. With this one, I wanted to add some acetate. This is Snow Fall Acetate by Hunkydory. And I'm going to sandwich it between the arches. And then I'm just going to cut around the edge there. I thought it'd be a nice touch, and then you can add other things there. You can punch a little hole here. You can have things hanging, swinging. You could have string attached to the top and the bottom and have something spinning around. And we will play around and do those kind of things when I do my mix and match lives, which are on a Friday on my Muckers Assemble YouTube channel. For anybody that doesn't know, I go live over on another YouTube channel. So if you do enjoy love crafting, then do head over there. It's always linked below the video. So these are all the dies that you get in the set. You don't need a large die machine. They will all go through a standard machine. If you do have an extender plate, it will be handy for this one because it's longer than the plates. However, if you haven't, and I don't get my extender plate out, just tape it down to your cardstock and then run it through, and then shift it down and run it through the part that's not cut. So you want to pass that one through. I'm using this blue card today. This is a 220 GSM. 220 has been fine. It's what I've used for all of my samples, but you can use 300 GSM as well. It's just going to be quite bulky. So run that one through, and then you'll see you got all your mats and layers there as well. So for this one, I'm using the lovely lights. These are the Christmas lights. You get two designs of Christmas lights in the new paper pad. This is the Christmas Explosion paper pad. You've got all those festive designs there, but they're just really small, so they're perfect for backgrounds. I'll be using these on all my Christmas cards this year. I've got 2 packs. You've got the lovely snowfall there. I love the bows. I think that's really sweet. Candy canes. That one. That's one of my favourites, along with the one that I'm using today. Pink snowfall, and then this one. Again, you can find all the products, as always, they'll be linked. So first of all, I'm going to fold and burnish all the score lines there, and you got your tab at the end. And then I'm just going to stick these down. Obviously, if you're going to have your message on the back, then leave one of them plain white so you can write your message. Otherwise, you can just cover them all. Okay, so they're all stuck down, and then I'm going to attach them together, and I want this to be the back. This fold here will be the front, and then that will be the back. And you want to cut one of these ones here, which is this big die, and just fold your tab. And again, I'm just going to run my glue down the tab there, and just fold that in. And you're going to stick it in this fold here. So there's that tab. Keep it flush with the bottom, and just push it right up into that corner, and then just fold that. When I open it up, you see it's attached into this square here. So if you want, you can flip it over this way and just fold that over and stick it down that way if you want. But you just want to make sure that it's all concealed, and when you lay it down, maybe make sure you get it straight. I'll probably still move that a little bit. Then you're going to take this one here, you got and just fold again both of those. That's this die. This one here. Again, just run your glue all the way down. And this time you want to fold this over, and you want this to be, you're going to be sticking it into this fold here, so this is the other end. But rather than it be flush with the bottom, you want it to be flush with the top. So just line up the tab there. And you see how that's stuck in there? Can you see it's not flush with the bottom? That's what you want, because this is lifted up here. Okay, so you should have something that looks like that. You've got this open end with that piece. If you fold that down, that's going to go through there, but don't put it all the way through yet, because now you want to attach your front piece. Now these are optional. You might not want to have, it just allows you to have more things, you know, just to create more of a foreground and add more depth to the card. You can also add them again on the back as well if you want. That's just going to sit in there, and you want to make sure that where you've got your little curves here, they sit and go that way or that way. It really doesn't matter, but they want to be flush with this side here. You see, just put them right up to that. Okay, and then you're going to run your glue down both of these. To be honest, you could attach these separately, like, you know, each one as well, but I've been doing mine together. and you might want to stick this in before you stick these in. You know, there's a few different ways. All you want to be doing is this kind of line here. See, it's in the middle-ish. You want that to kind of sit in the middle of this fold here. So if I just push this all in, can you see the line? This one here of the slot. I'm just going to kind of use that just to roughly eyeball and then just bring it right down so it's flush with the bottom, like so. Again, just keeping everything straight. To be honest, it doesn't matter if you position it more to that side. You might want to. There might be something in terms of the design and you'll want it to be slightly off to one side. But if I just flip it over, you see it's like it's more off to that side, which is what you want, because when you bring this around, I just fold that up. There we go. You see it then goes into the center. So it just means that you get that piece front on facing you, okay? But yours, like I said, don't worry if you're a little bit more off to that side or that side. It will kind of sort itself out, but you can see there it's in the middle. Okay, then you can put that one through there. And as you push that through, once that's popped out, can you see that's now locked that in? And then you just want to add glue all the way down your tab and then just bring that around. This is when everything will feel really secure now, really strong. And then obviously when you go to, you know, you want this to be flat to go in the envelope, just make sure that you push this one down and you just kind of have to wiggle it. The idea is that once they've popped this up, it's done, you know. It's easy for the recipient. But that's how it will go into the envelope. Then you get these ones here. So you get one for your left side, one for your right. You want the smallest sections facing in towards your middle here. And you can see one here, I've got one there. And then you've got mats and layers as well. So I've done mats and layers for this one. That one I just did the mat. And you could obviously stamp something on that if you wanted to. But you just want to add some glue just on the backs of your tabs. You're just going to slot this underneath and it will just fall between those other pieces. Like so, and then again, okay, and again I'm just going to push that so now it's open, and then we can add this. So this is optional. You could now, with just this section, build up as much as you want off of these pieces here. You know, go to town with it, but on all of them I'm adding the arch because I want to show off obviously all of these. But I mean, there's no reason why I couldn't, you know, pop my Santa on the front here. Maybe put some presents around him on there first, then put him in the front and just have all the presents exploding. But I'm going to do similar, but with the arch. And I also want to add the snow. So I've got white. I think I'm going to have the white on the front and maybe the red on the back. So I don't really need too much red. It doesn't really matter. So I've cut myself 2 in the white because that's what I was originally going to have. But now I want to add this snowfall acetate. So what I'm going to do on this piece is just add some thin double-sided tape. I would definitely recommend doing that first with some construction glue. You want these to be strong. That's going to, you know, that's really going to hold all of your decoration. This is obviously now just an added detail that I want to add. So I'm just going to run that around, backing off, and then this was just a bit of scrap, so it just fits. But as long as it will sit over like so, and then I'm going to flip it over, angle your scissors so they go underneath. And just cut that out. Then I'm going to add my tape back over the top again, and then I'm just going to line this up, stick it over the top. It just tidies everything up, just sandwiches in the acetate like so. Now I have the red because it's all going to get covered, and then you've got the white at the back. Can you see how that all looks? Oh, lovely. Now where you sit this will then obviously alter the height of the card and therefore your envelope. So just, you know, think about what size you want this to go in, because if you bring this down so it's no taller than 7, which would be about there, and if you do go down that far, you might have to trim it a bit because you're not going to be able to get access, you know, you won't be able to access that because I've added the acetate. That's only if you had the acetate. If you're just sticking it this far down, it doesn't matter, it's, you know, but the acetate is just going over that a bit, so I'm just going to cut a little arch out of that. But there is your 7-inch height, and when that's flat, you could get that into a 5x7. But decorate it when it's flat, because you want to keep checking that when you're sticking things on there that you don't go over, because that's just under 4 inches. So there's your 5 inches. But you can overhang more on this side than you can on that side. So if you want to keep it even, I'd just overhang a little bit all the way around. but that will go in your 5x7 envelope. But I've been doing all of mine quite tall, and think actually I will bring this one up taller just so that I don't have to cut the arch actually. I'll just put mine in 6x8 envelopes. So you just want to add a little glue to the bottoms. It's just nice and straight. I'm just going to flatten that back down again. So now I can do all my decoration. So I know I want my Father Christmas on that front piece, and I've just stamped and coloured all of the stamped images in that very cute set. And the idea is Santa there, then the elves, Christmas trees, and all the presents all around the arch there. I've also die cut some of the others here. So I've got the bells. You get the 2 bells, one in, you know, they're both in different orientations. So I've got one swinging out to the left, or they could be that way. I'll put the smaller one over the top. You could put some string through there as well if you want. And then these are the presents. I've just die cut them in the same kind of colours that I've coloured everything in, and these are going to be along the bottom here. I'm just going to pop some foam on them. So I'm going to, yeah, just get everything decorated now, and I'll show you at the end. So here is the card. That's it, how it will look flat in the envelope, and then when they take it out, it's already got a bit of a bounce to it, but when they lift it up, they're probably going to lock it in like so. And there you have your fun explosion box. Isn't that cool? Love the way Santa is posed with everything behind. I just think it's brilliant. You've got little bits of gold coming through there as well. You've got your presents down there, and then the sentiment, have a whole lot of fun this Christmas. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial today and just showing you how to add some acetate in between there. But I'm looking forward to sharing some others with different themes, so away from Christmas, because there's so many lovely stamps and dies in the Made to Surprise range. So I definitely want to get some of those used on this box style. So as always, thank you for watching today. This will be added to the playlist that'll be coming up now. All the products, as always, will be linked in the description box below, so you can go and check those out. And make sure you give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed today and you're subscribed, so you don't miss out on any future videos. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.